Okay, so this is our session, second session for this week. Okay, alright. So for the previous video, the previous class, maksudnya kelas malam lah. Okay, kelas yang pagi semalam. If you already watch my video, I already explained in that video is how to, the surface of the Fourier series, and then how to differentiate or how to identify the function odd, even or neither. Okay, that one is the most important part before you proceed to the Fourier series. You kena tahu tu dulu, baru you boleh go to the Fourier series. Okay, so I hope that you watch that video first, then baru you come to this video. Okay, alright. So now in this video I will explain is what is the Fourier series. Okay, I will not explain. I will give the example, and from that example we will go through the steps of the Fourier series. Okay, so Fourier series, so they have the general formula. Okay, so the general formula for the Fourier series is give you fx equal to a0 over 2 and then plus summation n equal to 1 until infinity. Okay, the symbol of infinity. And then in the bracket we have a n cos n pi x over L plus b n. Okay, saya tak cukup space tapi okay, I will continue here. Darab b n sin n pi x over L. Close the bracket. Okay, I didn't have enough space, so I put it down here, but it's a multiplication between b n and also sin n pi x. So actually, okay, you boleh refer to the slide also lah. Okay, you can refer to the slide. So kalau you tak apa nak nampak in this video. Okay, so I repeat again. Fx is equal to a0 over 2 plus summation of n1 until infinity, and then they have a bracket here, an cos n pi x over L. Okay, make sure this over L is just belong to n pi x. Okay, not the whole cos. Okay, make sure garisan ni, make sure it's just on n pi x. Okay, plus bn sin n pi x over L. Also the same thing, n pi x over L, not over to the, okay, kalau kasih nampak macam termasuk sin kan, tak. Dia just sin n pi x over L. So over L is just belongs to n pi x. Okay, alright. Okay, so now you can see that from this equation, they have a few unknowns. Okay, certain unknown memang akan remain as unknown, tapi certain unknown will substitute. We will need to substitute. For example, we have a0, an, bn. Okay, and also n here. Okay, and I explain n first. Okay, n here is represent the number of something, but for our what we call formula, we will remain n. Maksudnya n tu akan kekal. N tu tak ada apa-apa value untuk we substitute it. Okay, what we need to do now is we need to find out the value, or what is the value for a0, an, and also bn. Okay, and we didn't find all. Kita tak perlu cari semua a0, an, bn. Okay, kita perlu cari certain je, sama ada a0, an, or just only bn. It depends on your function. What's the mean by my sentence just now? It depends on the function. Okay, if your function, okay, the function will be given in the question. Yang ni yang saya cakap, ini paling penting dulu. If your function is even, means that the equation, okay, this is the general one, okay, this is the general equation. So now if your function is even, your equation now become a0 over 2 plus summation n1 infinity an cos n pi x over L. Okay, can you see the difference between the original one and the even equation? Yes. Kalau for even equation, we just need to find out a0 and an. Our bn now, this one, the last term here, no longer, right? Tak ada pun kat sini. Because of what? Because of Bn is equal to 0. Get it? Macam ni, okay, I will explain again. For even function, that's why you need to watch, you need to know how to identify your function even or odd or neither. Yang tu dulu baru you boleh proceed to this part. Okay, because of that one is the most important part. The first thing first before you go to the formula of Fourier series. So you need to check whether, okay, you dapat soalan, you need to check whether your function is even or odd. Okay, you need to check that one first. Okay, after you identify, for example, if your function is even, so this is your equation of the Fourier series. This is your general, this is your general equation just now. So now, after you know that your function is even, so means that this is your function for even, equation for even. Okay, means that bermaksud your B0 is 0. Senang lah macam ni. If your function is even, means your Bn 0. Tu je. You just remember that one. So automatic you will get this equation lah, because you know that Bn is already 0. So that means you just left with A0, An and so on lah, others than Bn lah. Okay, Bn, because Bn 0, so that means sign also doesn't have here lah, because Bn times sign, right, tadi. Bn sin n by S over L is a multiplication. So your Bn now is already 0, means that the whole thing is not there, tak ada lah kat situ. So you just left with A0 over 2 plus summation blah 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 An cos n by S over L. So the keyword here is if even Bn 0. Okay, I hope that you remember that one. Even Bn 0. Okay, even Bn 0. Okay, I repeat. Saya lagi banyak kali. So make sure you bear in your mind. You ingat sentiasa when your function is even, Bn is 0. So now, okay, okay, right down here. I hope that you can see it. Okay, now if your fx is odd, if your fs is odd, kalau tadi Bn 0, so if your fs 0 odd, means that here is A0 and An equal to 0. Okay, ni bermaksud A0 equal to 0, An also equal to 0. Means that both are equal to 0. Okay, both are equal to 0. So it's more simple lah compared to even, right? So 2 kosong, maksudnya they have 2 zeros here, means that you just calculate what? We just calculate Bn sin n pi x over L. Okay, because of your A0, An already 0, so means that A0 0, so dah tak ada lah yang ni kan. Means sama juga dengan ni, An is 0, so means that they have no this term. So but this one is still there. Okay, summation ni jangan buang, because yang kosong cuma An cos inside the bracket, but the summation is still there. So we should have summation n1 until infinity Bn sin n by x over L. Okay, so I repeat again, if it's even, Bn is 0. If it's odd, A0 and An are 0. Okay, alright. Okay, so now we go to the formula for A0. What is A0? What is An? What is Bn? Okay, A0. Okay, the formula or the equation for A0. Maksud A0 ni dia ada equation dia. After that, after you get the equation, you just substitute back into the whole equation just now. Okay, so you need to find out A0, An, Bn. So the formula for A0 is 2 over L integrate from 0 until L fx dx. Okay, so fx here is you just refer to from your the equation. The equation. It will given in your equation. 2 over L, 0 L, blah blah. Okay, so what's meant by L? Okay, L pula is a interval. L is a interval. For example, soalan dia bagilah function tu, dia bagi and then dia kata daripada negative 2 x 2. Okay, so this is your L. Okay, maksudnya ni, this one is negative L x L. So kalau you compare these two, means that what is your L? Your L here is 2. Okay, L macam ni negatif, dua-dua ada. So means that just tengok pada L. L tu sama dengan 2. So means that your L is 2. So this is how we identify your L. Okay, your L is get it from the interval. Okay, from the interval. And we also have something that the another equation. Kalau if you still remember in the previous video, I said that periodic function is not so important, but in the slide they have a periodic function, right? So yeah, it's not important because what the function for that one is macam ni. T is equal to 2L. T is a periodic function. T is a periodic function. So actually, other than using the interval, you also can get it your L based on this. Maksudnya T ni akan ada value lah nanti. Alright, so they have two ways to get your L. Either based on the interval or based on the periodic function. But usually it will give you in terms of interval lah. That's why I just mentioned not explain too much on the periodic function, but you can refer to the slides. Alright, so back to the formula for A naught. So A naught 2 over L. So L here is interval. You can get it from the interval. 0 until L. Fx is your function. You can get it from the equation. Now we comes to AN. AN, so the same thing, 2 over L. And then integrate 0 until L. And then Fx. The same thing kan, sama. But they have an extra here is cos n pi x over L. Dah ada tambahan lah kat sini. Tadi sana, for A naught we just stop it until Fx. But for AN we need the extra thing here is cos n pi x. And then for the last one, Bn, 2 over L, 0L Fx sin n pi x over L. So the difference between AN and Bn is on this part. This is cos and this is sin. Alright. So you will find out all the A naught, AN and Bn by using this equation. After you get that value, you substitute back into the equation for even or odd tadi. Alright. So in the next video I will show you the example. Before we go to the next video, they have some helpful identities. Some helpful identities means that you will comes to these terms frequently. Maksudnya you akan jumpa benda ni banyak kali. So what we do is we need to substitute that terms. So we call it as some helpful identities. So the first one is sin negative x, and then cos negative x. These two I think suppose that you already know. Sin is odd or even? Is odd, right? Cos is even. So based on the previous video, how to show that one is even or odd, you can show it by using graphical and also equation, right? So equation now, kalau sin negative x is odd, right? So kalau sin negative x, so means that it become negative sin x. And here, if cos negative x, it become cos x. I don't want to explain again for these two because I already showed it in the previous video on the how to identify odd or even though. Make sure you clear on that one first. So then we also have sin n pi, cos n pi. You will face these two frequently. Maksudnya you akan jumpa banyak kali for this one. So sin n pi, just write down, is equal to 0. How to get 0? So they have another slide lah. I mean another topic that we show you how to get the 0. But for now, for you, as an engineer, not as a mathematician, you as an engineer, not a mathematician, just accept it. So means that sin n pi is equal to 0, while for cos n pi is equal to negative 1 power n. So when you have your equation, right, just later on, and then you see this term sin n pi, cos n pi, you just replace it with 0 and also negative 1 power n. means that they have no longer sine n pi and cos n pi. Dah tak ada dah cos n pi and sin n pi. You need to substitute with this. Okay, and then the last two is sine 2n pi and cos 2n pi. These two also you will face it frequently. Okay, you akan jumpa banyak kali. So like I said just now, we don't want to substitute. We don't want to leave it our answer in terms of sine n pi and so on. So we need to replace it, right? So sine 2n pi is equal to 0 and cos 2n pi is equal to 1. Okay, so this is some helpful identities that you need to know when you want to solve your Fourier series. Okay, so you need to remember lah for this one, you need to remember. Alright, okay, so I will see you on the next video. I will show you the example how to solve the Fourier series. Okay.